everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your College-Glen neighborhood real estate specialist. And many of you know I live in the neighborhood of College-Glen, been specializing in the neighborhood since 2010, been really fortunate to work with a lot of buyers and sellers in our great neighborhood. And every quarter I do an update, what happened with real estate in the previous quarter, and we kind of take a look at things and then kind of talk about moving forward. So Happy New Year, it's 2018 already. We're gonna take a look at the fourth quarter of 2017. So let's throw up the stats here and take a look at it. As you can see, the fourth quarter, 26 homes sold and closed escrow in College-Glen. These are single family homes, 26 of them. There was no bank-owned sales, there was one short sale and 25 equity sales. So in comparison to basically the fall, the end of summer, early fall, quarter three, that's just down slightly. That's to be expected. Usually less homes sell in the fourth quarter compared to the third quarter, so slightly down a little bit. And then year over year, comparing 2017 to 2016, we actually had a pretty good jump from 22 up to 26 this year. But then take a look at the average sales price. This is what's been going on in the market. Our average sales price actually increased, not looking at this graph, but year over year, looking at 2016 compared to 2017, increased about 6%. But here you can see average sales price was right around $350 for the fourth quarter. It was basically flat compared to the third quarter. That's expected. Rarely do you see a lot of price appreciation in the first or fourth quarter of the year. Most of the price appreciation occurs in the second and third quarters most of the time. But if you look at year over year, a big jump there. So it went from basically about 306 2016 all the way up to 350. So a big jump. We've been seeing that for probably 3 to 4 years now as far as appreciation goes in College-Glen. And there's the average sales price showing you that. And then average days on the market, actually not a whole lot to report there. It's been a pretty steady, fairly seller's market. I've been calling it a price-sensitive seller's market. And most properties, if they're priced right, show well, and have good marketing, they are getting into contract. They're having multiple offers and getting into contract within, a week or so. So most of them are selling a little bit below that 20, but there's a few outliers that have been sitting on the market for a long time, and that brings the average up a little bit. But you can see pretty consistent across the board. You're right before about 3 weeks on the market getting into contract. So that's what happened in fourth quarter for 2017 in College-Glen. And moving forward, the first quarter is probably going to be similar to the fourth quarter as far as probably not a ton of price appreciation or anything. There's just not a lot of inventory to start the year, which is pretty typical. But I think as we start getting into February and especially March, we'll start seeing more homes come on the market, and that'll allow for more activity going on. There are buyers in the neighborhood right now. It's just there's not a ton of stuff for them to choose from. So I have a listing coming up on Caribbean pretty soon here. It might actually be on the market by the time you watch this video, but we're expecting to do pretty well because there's just hardly any homes right now. There's 3 active properties the time I'm shooting this video, and that's really low. Typically College-Glen is anywhere between 8 to 18 listings at a time. So right now we only have 3 available properties for buyers, so pretty low inventory right now. That's to be expected this time of year. So moving forward, I expect kind of more of the same for the neighborhood this year. Probably anywhere between 3 to 6 or 7% appreciation for the year is kind of my guess. I think it's going to remain kind of low inventory. There'll be buyer competition, and it's going to be pretty similar to how we've been doing the last few years. So feel free to give me a call or an email. You can check out all my information and more at collegeglenrealestate.com. I look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.